Hello everyone, my name is Dmitry and today I want to tell you about the fall of the socialist regime in Bulgaria and what happened to it in the 90s. If you are interested, you can subscribe to the channel or like this video to motivate me to make new videos. Thank you. The construction of socialism in Bulgaria was carried out at an accelerated pace with the support of the USSR. This was also facilitated by the renewal of the country's top leadership. In 1954, Todor Zhivkov became the first secretary of the Bulgarian Communist Party. In the 50s, 70s of the 20th century, Bulgaria turned into an actively developing industrial and agrarian country with close integration into the structures of CMEA. Unlike other socialist countries of the continent, the productivity growth rate of the agricultural sector remained consistently high and competitive. Meanwhile, already in the 80s, there was a lurch towards a crisis in the socio-economic environment. From the beginning, in the 80s, production began to lag behind the needs of society. The planned economy has reached its efficiency threshold and the economic growth rate has begun to fall. For example, in December 1989, they decreased by 13% compared to the previous year. In addition, the Bulgarian economy was burdened by the external debt, which reached $11 billion. Zhivkov's strong-willed decision about the assimilation of ethnic Turks, over 1 million people, had a negative impact on the political situation in the country. The use of the Turkish language in public places was prohibited. It was not allowed to wear traditional clothes, perform religious rites, read Turkish newspapers. Because of this action, people left the country for Turkey, Australia and the USA, more than 300,000 Turks. Bulgaria positively perceived the perestroika and the new thinking of the USSR leadership. In 1987, the management of the People's Republic of the Bulgaria developed its own program of restructuring the company, but its results were not long in coming. In November 1989, representatives of the old ruling nomenclature came to power in Bulgaria, realizing the need for change. Their position was approved by Mikhail Gorbachev and other creators of the Soviet perestroika. Pyotr Mladenov became the General Secretary of the Central Committee of the Bulgarian Communist Party and Chairman of the State Council. The party has not abandoned the socialist choice as the main direction of the development of society, but the very vision of socialism and the corresponding program setting have undergone a serious modernization. Since the end of 1989 and the 1990s, the main party documents and decisions state the rejection of the Soviet Stalinist model of social structure, the functions of the Bulgarian Communist Party as a party states the orientation towards building democratic human socialism. To confirm its intentions, the BSP initiated the removal from the constitution of the provisions fixing the leading role of the party. At the end of December 1989, the Central Committee of the BSP condemned the renewal process and the State Council and the government adopted a decision that allowed the Bulgarian Turks to restore their ancestral names. At the same time, the BSP reacted negatively to the possibility of transferring scenarios of gentle or velvet revolutions to the Bulgarian soil. The issue of the crimes of the communist totalitarian regime turned out to be difficult and painful for the BSP as the successor of the Bulgarian Communist Party. In the new conditions, the BSP was forced to act not as a monopolistically ruling organization until recently, but in an environment of really established ideological and political pluralism. The BCP itself has ceased to be a monopolistic formation. Various currents have emerged within the party from reformist to orthodox. In June 1990, the first free elections were held since 1931. They were won by BSP, which received 211 places out of 400, but it was a Pyrrhic victory. The runner-up with 144 mandates of the SDS won in major cities, including the capital. Opposition supporters launched a campaign of civil disobedience. The SDS deputies in parliament used obstructionist tactics. The power belonged to the BSP, but it was forced to do what the street dictated, directed by the SDS. As a result, on July 6, Pyotr Mladenov resigned from the post of president. On July 23rd, the body of Georgy Dimitrov was taken out of the mausoleum. On August 1st, the parliament elected Zhelu Zheli. On July 12, 1991, Bulgaria was the first post-socialist country to adopt a new constitution. Parliamentary elections were held in October, following which a coalition government was formed by the SDS, which took first place with 110 mandates out of 230, and the Movement for Rights and Freedoms, representing the interests of Turkish-speaking citizens, 24 mandates. BSP took second place with 106 deputies. Alt-now Todor Zhivkov was put on trial in 1991. He escaped the fate of Nicolae Ceausescu.